Alright, hello, welcome back. So we're going to be checking out downtown VGM City, and let's do that. Oh wait, we need to... There we go. So, up here you have a nice city park, big football field, which I just love the views from here. Then you have this baseball stadium, nice rooftop baseball stadium, with TMF Field right next door, some advertisements on it as well. Now, we'll get back to this. So, we're going to quickly just kind of skim by these here. This is the VGM Sports Complex. It's one of the oldest buildings in the world, and in here you have tennis arena, and it's connected to what is going to end up a water polo arena, even though it's currently just set up for a concert that happened over 6 years ago, the festival. And then so we'll go inside for the other 3 arenas in this area. Now this I need to reset up. This is a basketball arena, but also for over 6 years it's had this concert set up in it. So you can't even see the other seats right now. Should be able to from here, I think. Yeah. But pretty generic. This was before I started putting a lot of detail into the arenas. It was a new city, and I wanted to just quickly get some stuff built to be able to do things in. And so this is a Spleef arena. I haven't done Spleef in so long. In fact, this actually hasn't even been used yet, but it will eventually. Minecraft Spleef Association. And then finally, this is one of my favorite places in the city because it's very nostalgic. This is the first stadium I ever built on Minecraft, and even though it's very little, it's just cozy. I just love it. I just love this. This is just classic. And obviously it's been used for baseball. When we first started playing football, we had a football field set up in here, and that was back when you can actually throw potions a decent amount, and it was one of the most fun things I've done in Minecraft. Such a fun game. Let's see, what is this? Fool! I forget who that was for. Anyways. But I just love the views in here, and also the downtown views that you kind of get through the windows. Just, I love it. For a while, this was actually a hockey arena. So, I'm trying to remember how I had it set up, but I had taken out like some of the stands and brought them in. It's been quite a while, but it's pretty cool. But eventually I missed it being a baseball arena, so, or stadium, whatever you want to call it. So I did that. So I brought it back to its original state. And if you've ever seen the TMF City tour, I did the same sort of staircase to get up to the levels. I actually forgot about this little portion here. But yeah, so that's that. And actually here, we'll go through them all. So, connected to this, and this is another reason I really love this kind of district, is because you have so much cobblestone, which is, it just gives a lot of nostalgia. Because of course that used to be everyone's favorite building block. And this is one of the only places in the city where you'll find cobblestone, so it makes it a little more special. And another old building built by me with help from Lone JJW Terminator. It still says One Mean Badger, that's my old name. But yeah, this is the mall. And you have McDonald's. Everything's closed, at least for now. But so when we felt like we had enough built to officially open the city and start the RPG, I built something called the party deck, and it was originally just supposed to be a temporary thing on the roof. As you can see, it stayed. So originally, we did not have this stage here. We had a basketball court, and I purposely kept a little bit of it so you can see it, but it was moved over there. But that basketball court used to be here, and I set up, because this was way before fireworks, I set up some TNT fireworks on here and shot those off. And on the side of this building I had some random blocks placed. You couldn't tell what it was, and I had a sandstone like dropping contraption with pistons. And so we did a countdown for the official opening of the city, and I launched the fireworks and pulled that lever to drop the sandstone, and it spelled out open. And then I changed that sign to a colorful open sign, and that is currently in one of the museums in the city. But eventually when I decided I wanted to make this a permanent venue, because also this football field, roller coaster, these stands, the dance floor, the bar, the seats, the mini golf. Eventually I wanted to make this permanent, because number one, it was so much work, you know, to get this set up. Oh, come on. And also at the same time, I loved it. It's cool, and still to this day it's one of my favorite places in the city. Oh, you asshole. Okay, hold on. We can't go on with this tour until I make this shot. Yay. Cool view when you pick that up. So yeah, so I put it indoors because my obsession back then was putting everything indoors. Still fun to do. So I built this concert stage on the basketball court, and eventually went, you know what, let's keep this. And then I expanded it out to here and put it on the roof of these places, including the grocery store, which has its own sugarcane farm. Now this boom camera and this stage here was set up for the exit interview. When I did what was originally going to be my final concert, for my final gaming video, I had my friend Jason come up with some interview questions to ask me, and I answered them, and it was a cool little thing. And then I eventually decided to return to concerts for what was only going to be 10 more concerts, and so far it has been about 140 more. So, and it's going to be another 30 something on top of that. But once I hit concert number 500, it will be the final one, because I am going to be moving to New York, basically to get my foot in the door of the music industry and studying audio engineering. So I have to wrap them up before I move, and I'm timing it to where it works out right around that time. This here is the transportation hub of the city. Obviously you have the monorail that goes through here. In fact, it is the new monorail headquarters. Before, the monorail used to go all over the city. It used to go through here and up and around, and this used to be the monorail headquarters. Like, it used to stand here. I moved that building, and I instead duplicated this one, so it's these cool kind of twin towers. Only in this one, you have the vault that used to have every item in the game, a full chest of it. Obviously, there's a lot more items now. Then, I'm saving that for the next video, because this is one of my favorite places I've ever built. Buildings. And we're gonna save this section for then a later video as well. This will be considered Uptown. Let's see, this is Hawk Hotel, which my friend Darkhawk built, and then some interior work by my friend Patrick. And then let's see, we'll go down this way. And a cool building here that this before was a museum for the sports, and it had all the trophies in it. And then just a generic kind of skyscraper here. But I didn't like having this big opening in basically air real estate here that we could use. I wanted to boost the skyline, so I built this. My friend Jason actually sort of came up with this design because I was helping him with showing him how to use cloning to quickly build buildings, and I said to come up with a layout that he thinks will look good once it's cloned, and he came out with the layout of these two blocks on top of each other, and it turned out really good. So so I purposely made it to where it looks like this building is like just kind of like taking over this building. Thought it's an interesting kind of look. And it does have an entrance as well in here. It's interesting looking. Let's see, this is a custom building, but it's inspired by the Sears Tower in Chicago, so I'm sure you can see the similarities. This here is Sexy Badger Studio, and so you go in here, and let's see, want some clothes to spice up your sex? Try this sexy new fishnet clothing. Now, my friend Patrick made this area. Okay, so this time you can't cast your judgment to me. Okay. I know you're still thinking about that Water My Hose arena in the most recent video, whatever the one before this. Oh, these are guessing porno mags. And then you get it because it's a creeper, because this camera is videotaping what's going on in here, and there's 360-degree seating for a live audience, because that's something that pornography needs, is live audiences. Okay. Hey, don't judge me. This was built like 7 years ago, okay? And I still find it funny. And then you have this cool looking skyscraper here. Did I close? No, I didn't close that door. Alright. Then next up, you have a nice apartment building. And another building here. I'm going to save TMF field for... no, you know, we'll check out TMF field right now. So, also here's some other TMF Total Miner Forge buildings. This is the school, which has the playground. This is the this was like a museum of sorts that we built with a ship in it. This was the hotel. And then Total Miner Forge Stadium, TMF Stadium. which I haven't built the entrance or the flooring or the stairs yet, but this is it here. This is what it looked like. And this is actually the second time I built the stadium in Minecraft, because the first time it was lost in a random save disappearance in October 2014. And I lost so much in that and still don't know how it happened. But this is one of my favorite views in any stadium in the city. That right there is the Harmon Tower, which was in Las Vegas, and such a cool looking tower. That doesn't look exactly like it because they had some like random coloring in the windows. It was almost like a kind of like a, you know, bluish, you know, cool colored camouflage in a way. It was cool, modern looking, and it was one of my favorite looking buildings on the strip. And they tore it down before it even opened because the builders messed up somehow, and they did some sort of testing on the beams and believed that if we had some catastrophic earthquake it wouldn't survive, and so they had to take it down. So stupid. Then you have this little hotel here. You can stay in one of the rooms and watch the games, which the rooms haven't been furnished yet, but now here's the fun part. I don't know if any of you have ever wondered about retractable roofs. Well, this does have a working retractable roof, just in case you didn't notice that it has that. This has a working retractable roof. So I'm going to go in the correct order here to open the roof. So first we clone it, and it clones over there. And then next thing we're going to do is we're going to delete. And now we are outdoors. And it just moves over here. So when the roof is open, this stadium is now under a roof. And there is another venue that has a retractable roof, and it's the Fenway Cube. That will be in a later part. I'm drawing the line for downtown, probably on this road. So let's see, so you have some more nice buildings. This here was the original furniture shop, and it was just like this, you know, with the roof, whatever. Oh, that was an interesting glitch. And then eventually, of course, I had to throw some skyscrapers on top of it, but yeah, the original furniture store. Then the original armor shop, which used to be right next to the city hall, but it was moved. And it's had a lot of facelifts over the years. Another cool thing I'm going to quickly show, down over here. If you ever listen to the Water My Hose albums and you come across one of the best ones, it's called My Best Friend Jimmy. The album cover, there are 3 pictures that were taken, and they were all done in this city. So here's the bench from the album cover and the wrench that is on the floor in it. And the bench was set up here, and so you see Jimmy and Water My Hose standing here with this as the background. And then you have this nice apartment building here, modern apartment building. And for this one I wanted a bunch of open windows and balconies because I just thought that'd be cool. Nice views. Nice rooftop. And then you have the public swimming pool, one of the oldest buildings in the city. That was made by a friend of mine named JT. Then you have the VGM Bank Tower. And before, this was one of the tallest buildings in the city. Now it's short compared to everything else. But you could go to the top of the Needle and you could go for a skydive. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot. You have to immediately start moving when you do that. So, whee. And then you exit there. Oh, hello, I forgot you're in here. I was wondering where I put you. Hello. Kind of scared me for a moment. Roaming around. This here is just a generic downtown building that I made that a couple cities, I actually copied it to them for them to be able to use it when they're starting off. Then the next building we're gonna go, this big building here, again, if you listen to My Best Friend Jimmy by Water My Hose, this building might look familiar to you. And I'm gonna show you why. It's because the main picture of the album cover was taken here. Oh snap. In fact, you know what, we're gonna make it nighttime for this. See, I know I'm not tripping. This is not loading the way it's supposed to. Did they I don't know if they did something. It seems like they decreased how far you could render, because it was taken like here, the album cover. And I'm gonna bring up a picture real quick here. I'm gonna bring up the album cover. You won't be able to see it unless you go to Spotify or iTunes or wherever you listen to your music. Yeah, so I'm not crazy. I mean, I might be a little bit, but yeah, it doesn't load nearly as much as it's supposed to, and I have no idea why. That doesn't make any sense, which is a bit irritating, because I mean, there's a lot of cool views in this city that you're supposed to be able to see. So I'm gonna have this be the stopping point for this section of the video, and in between this one and the next one, I'm gonna see if I can figure out why it's not working correctly, and then I will continue with the next video, which will be Southeast VGM City. So stay tuned, and that will start momentarily.